What is up, everybody, and thank you so very much for watching this review. My name is Scott and I am a youth pastor. I'm also a husband and a father. And welcome to Burton's Beard Reviews. Guys, it's been a pretty long time since I've actually been able to do a review. Been super busy lately. You know, I've been preaching quite a fair bit. My wife and I, we have just been just trying to really spend some great quality time over this summer, getting a little bit of some rest. And also, too, our son is just growing like crazy. So it's been busy for us. It's been a busy couple of weeks and even maybe a couple months. And so I'm glad to be back. Glad to be able to post a video and be able to showcase a little bit of some of these great companies we're going to be talking about. So I got a few other reviews coming out, so you guys want to make sure that you hit that thumbs up, hit that notification bell, and maybe even consider subscribing to this channel. But if you don't want to, that's totally up to you. No pressure whatsoever. But let's talk about the company that we have here in front of us today, and that is none other than Trenchtown. Trenchtown is the company that we're going to be talking about. They are from Oakville, Ontario, Canada, and they've been around since 2020. Troy, who is the owner of this company, started this company in the year 2020. I don't know the exact date that he started, but he started in 2020. And it's been great so far. I think, they've got, for a company that's only been around for a year, they've got a really great start here so far. I think there's a few things that maybe some minor tweaks, some improvements, at least what I would suggest, and hopefully we'll just start to see some more improvements. But I really do think that this company is on their way to some really great things, especially for the the Canadian beard market. I think there's a lot of beard companies out there that just aren't really being showcased. I caught so many in my mind that I can think of right now, just in general, from Canada, but I'd love to see more of it. I think we see a lot happening in the States because there's just so much more happening there, but I think Canada's been a little bit quiet, so it's really awesome to be able to showcase these guys and talk about them here, especially because I'm a Canadian beard products reviewer. So without further ado, let's talk about the company and let's showcase some of their stuff, shall we? So they sent me over 4 different beard oils, a beard balm, and a beard butter. A few of these scents I did enjoy. Others I didn't really enjoy as much. But let's talk about this and let's get right into it. Let's talk about the price and let's talk about the presentation. So the price for these products is going to vary depending on the scent profile that you end up choosing. Now, why companies do that, I'm not 100% certain. It could just be because the particular essential oil or fragrance that they are using in that scent maybe a little bit more expensive, or it's not as high as demand or as popular as other scents, and so they have to maybe raise the price up a little bit just in order to save some money and to get some money back. I'm not 100% certain on that, but regardless, it's not that big of a difference. So the other thing I really did enjoy about these products is the labeling on these beard oils. These beard oils look absolutely fantastic. They got a great little logo on here with the slogan on the top here that says "A Beard's New Home." I really like that slogan, guys. That's an excellent slogan. They've got that on the beard oils and they've got that on their tins as well. Fantastic, great logo. The one other thing that I would maybe suggest just putting on here for this, like for the beard oils, the beard balms, the beard butters, all that kind of stuff, is just adding a scent profile on there. Like they have the scent and what it's called, but I would love to see them being able just to add, that extra little bit there and just, having that scent profile on there. For someone who uses beard products on a daily basis, and again, I know I have a large collection here that I do give away some products to, but when I'm actually looking at these beard oils, I'm a visual person, but I also kind of need that, I need something to help me remember what this thing smells like. I don't have the greatest nose ever, so when I'm smelling something, I go, well, it kind of smells like this, but if I have something in the, like a visual, it says like black pepper, I'm like, oh yeah, now I can pick that up now, I can smell that. Or if it says pine on there, or well, everyone can smell pine, but it's like, you get into like those really kind of like, crafty kind of scents, and you're like, man, I don't know what this is. If it has that scent profile on there, that just becomes an extra help for someone when they're picking that up and they're looking at it, they're going, okay, barbershop, okay, great. I know what this is. I know what it smells like. Okay, I'm going to try this one today. It just helps it a little bit. Again, that's just one extra thing that they can add on there that I think would really just kind of help boost a little bit of, kind of like, adding more of a wow factor, more of a creativity to it as well. But overall, great looking bottles, and these droppers are absolutely, they're excellent. I really like these droppers a lot. Very tight, and with the grooves on there, easy to open and easy to close. The only other thing I would suggest maybe in the future too is just like the jars, like the tins for the beard balm and the beard butter. You know, the only thing that's kind of, you know, making these look a little bit different from one another is just the labeling, and that's it. I find that these tins are kind of flimsy. I don't find that they're super strong or they hold in everything quite well. For a starting company, I totally understand. You're starting off, it is what it is. But in the future, I would love to see these things get into some jars, because guys use beard butter a lot. I think, if anything, people use beard butter more than they use beard balm. That's my own opinion. I know for me, I don't use this stuff at all. I actually use the beard butter every single day. I use it every single night. And so these guys right here, if you upgrade them into a jar, much easier to, I think it's a lot more appealing to people, but also to contains all those products a lot nicer than the tins. That's just my own opinion. Other than that though, great stuff. I'm enjoying this already so far. So that was the price, that was the presentation. Now let's move on to the next part, and let's talk about the scent profiles. So the scent profiles I have here, I have 4 different scents, and those are barbershop, which we've already talked about. We got tobacco and vanilla. We got another one called cognac and Cuban, or cognac, yes, cognac and Cubans. And then the 4th one is vanilla coffee. Out of all these scents that I've tried, my number one favorite out of all, my favorite one out of all of them is definitely the barbershop. I really, really like this one a lot. It's more of a mild barbershop kind of scent. It's got a little bit of a musk smell to it, but it is not an overpowering barbershop scent. I thoroughly enjoy using that one, and I will continue to enjoy that one as I continue on using these products. My second one that I would probably give is the tobacco and vanilla. The tobacco and vanilla one was actually, in my opinion, that was number 2 for me. This one is okay. It's got a little bit kind of like a wet tobacco kind of smell, and the vanilla, ooh, actually I take that back. It's kind of more of like a dry, yeah, I think I said this, a dry tobacco. It's got a little bit of a spice to it. And also that vanilla with that sweet factor to it. Ooh, so good. This is definitely number 2 for me. I really like this one a lot. It's got a nice kick to it. Now the 2 ones, or the 3rd one, the 4th one, I'm gonna give the 3rd one to cognac and Cubans. I'm not a huge fan of cognac and Cubans. I'm not really too certain on, you know, why it's that popular of a scent or why people seem to really enjoy it. I think it's one of those beard oil scents I'm like, man, I just kind of wish that this wasn't around anymore. It's just not my favorite. But it's not bad. Like, it's not, like, I'm not saying it's a horrible scent by any means. They actually did a fairly good job on this. It's got a nice kind of, you know, cool, relaxing smell to it. You know, and again, I'm not really too sure even what like cognac is, or like, but I know like the Cuban smell, like the, you know, the tobacco. That's it's there, but it's not like overpowering. But this one is definitely 3rd for me. It's a nice scent. But the 4th one, like the one that I did not like at all, was the vanilla coffee. My wife and I did not like this in beard when it came to the beard oil. But shockingly, the vanilla coffee and a beard butter is excellent. It actually smells a little bit more like what a vanilla coffee ought to smell like. A little bit of like that latte kind of smell, where you get the sweetness, but you also get that nice richness of the coffee tone. This and beard oil, it didn't have that. I think if anything, this kind of smelled like a vanilla stick, and the coffee was not present at all. So that would be my one thing that I would maybe suggest changing, is just kind of how if you smell the two, they smell totally different. The vanilla coffee and beard oil, it just doesn't smell that good. It just smells like super, super fresh vanilla. And again, that in my opinion is not my favorite. But overall, the scents that we have here, fairly decent. But one thing I would suggest in the near future for Trenchtown is just kind of, you know, spread your wings and be a little bit more creative. It's not that these scent profiles are not hard, or sorry, it's not like they're easy to create. It's hard making beard oil, and it's hard to make sure that those scents smell decent. But I would love to see these guys be able to just kind of, you know, just test the boundaries a little bit, try new scent profiles. Like, one of the scents that I tried a while back that has always blown my mind was a toasted amber scent, and it's absolutely phenomenal. Toasted amber and vanilla. Like, who would have ever thought that that would be one of my favorite scent profiles ever? you know, but it was, and it has been one of my favorite scent profiles. So something like that, just testing the, you know, just expanding a little bit, getting a little bit more creative. I know we're only in a year into business here, but again, I would just say, don't just stick to the original scents. Be more creative, try something new, and just see where you can go with it. But overall, for what they've created here, off to a really great start. But that vanilla coffee and the beard oil, this guy just changed a little bit. But the beard balm and the beard butter, these two right here, really, really good scent tones. I really like these ones a lot. Even the cognac and Cubans, I'm not a huge fan of them, but that smells very good, very, very good, very mild. It does have a nice, you know, aroma to it, but it's not overkill. The cognac and Cubans, I feel like they nailed it on that one. And as I said before, the vanilla coffee and beard butter, I thought they nailed this. But also then as I smell it now, you can smell a little bit of the fresh vanilla. And so again, it's just one of those things where it's like, I feel like vanilla, whatever their scent they're choosing, it's just too sweet. But the beard butter, the coffee in there, you can pick up on that really nicely. So good job, guys. So now moving on to, we've talked about, you know, the beer, we've talked about the price, we've talked about presentation, we've talked about the scent profiles. Now let's jump into the final part of this review, and let's talk about the feel and beard. Feel and beard is always the most important thing. You know, scent profiles, absolutely, those matter a lot. You know, I don't think it's really that hard to, I've heard other people say that it's kind of the opposite. You know, scent profiles are the most important because, again, you're going to be smelling this stuff. I agree. I think scent profiles and feel and beard are the two most important things when it comes to beard products. Price and everything else, man, it's just going to depend. And I think if people are complaining about prices and stuff like that, then they shouldn't be using, you know, they shouldn't be, you know, spending their money on, you know, phones. They shouldn't be going out and buying, you know, coffee. They shouldn't be going out and buying food, like, because everyone's going to, you know, everyone's going to have an opinion about the price and stuff like that. But when it comes to the stuff like that we're using, you know, scent profiles, how it smells and how it feels, those are two really important things that matter. So the feel and beard. How did these products, you know, how do they measure up? What do I actually think about them? Well, for me, I would say that let's talk about the beard balm, and let's talk about the beard butter, and we'll talk about the beard oil after. The beard balm, in my opinion, is a very, very mild, you know, if anything, it's more of like a beard butter, you know, with a little bit of a thicker, you know, consistency to it, a little bit more of a density to it. It's not a very strong holding beard balm. But I don't mind that, actually. I actually prefer the lighter balms than the super aggressive ones because my beard doesn't need that. But I found that this one it's not bad. It's not a bad, you know, beard balm. It's easy to grab with your finger. If anything, you have to put like just a little bit of pressure on there, and you already got it out, and it's already starting to melt in your hand as soon as you put it, you know, into your hand. You start rubbing it out. You start rubbing it into your hands and you start putting it into your beard. It's a very soft beard balm. The beard butter, there was something about the beard butter that, you know, it felt good at first, but man, I don't know what it was, but in the morning, my beard did not feel that great. It felt dry. It felt like it was heavy, and I don't know. I know I didn't put too much in. I think there was just something in the actual product itself. It just did not seem to work out so well, and I'm not too sure what it was. I really don't. If anything, I kind of felt like this beard butter is a little bit more on the thicker side of a beard balm, and I don't know what it is, of a beard butter. And I just don't know what it was that happened, but it just did not really seem to work so well in my beard. Could have been that there was some beeswax in there, so maybe it felt a little bit more, you know what, it felt a little bit more waxier when I woke up in the morning, instead of feeling nice and soft and refreshed and like I felt in other products before. So the feel and beard at the beginning was okay, but in the morning, not so great. But it's okay because it was easy to rinse out and it wasn't harmful or anything like that. And again, the products, the ingredients that we're using here, they're great ingredients. It's just the way that it was formulated. They just didn't do so well for my beard, but maybe it's because, you know, my beard's a little bit longer, so I have to use something a little bit different, maybe something a little bit lighter, depending on what it is. I'm not too sure, but that was my experience with it. Now, the beard oil was actually a little bit different for me. I actually didn't mind this at first. It's got a nice, you know, kind of nice, you know, golden tinge to it. Very, very good color. And you know, I didn't mind this at all. It's got a nice kind of, you know, medium viscosity to it. It feels great in the beard as soon as you put it in. Nice and refreshing. I would say like the scent probably lasts about maybe 6 to 7 hours. So that's a pretty good time, you know, for a scent profile. The one thing that I would say though is that my beard started to feel a little bit drier after about maybe 8 hours or so. It kind of felt like there was just something in the ingredients that just didn't really settle so well. And I'm not too sure what it could have been, but I wouldn't say that it was the worst thing I've ever tried. It wasn't. If anything, it was average. It was pretty decent. Like, it's not the best beard oil that I've used, but it's still a fairly good beard oil, and I didn't really mind it as much. But I think that'd be my only concern, is just like how quickly the product begins to wear down. And it doesn't really seem like it has that much of a longevity to it. Now, again, that just depends on just how you're formulating it, what kind of ingredients you're using. Again, you guys can see all the ingredients for the beard balm, the beard butter, and the beard oil right here. Again, all fairly decent beard product, or ingredients for our beards. Nothing I would be too concerned about, but it was just something in the way that it was formulated just didn't really seem to settle so well. So that's all I have to say about about Trenchtown. And I guess to end this off, we're gonna give a rating. So on a scale between below average, average, and above average, where would I place these guys? Well, I'm gonna put them at about average. I think that they're an average company. I really do. I think, for the first year they've been around, they've got some minor tweaks I think they need to make, but I still think that they have some awesome, products here that, for a Canadian product, I really enjoyed it. I'm glad that they're local. They're not too far from me. And I'm looking forward to seeing these guys being able to hit more beards and, make, these products, their beard's new home. I think it's going to be fantastic. And I don't think it would be a waste of your money to try these guys out. I think they've got a lot of really, solid, products here. And again, that barbershop scent, that is excellent. And even that tobacco vanilla, that's a definite second for me. Whew, that was really good. But overall, I didn't mind this stuff, and honestly, I think these guys have a lot to offer to the bearded community, but also to any beardsman out there who is wanting to try out some awesome Canadian products. I definitely highly recommend that you give Trenchtown I highly recommend you give them a look and see what you think of them, and try them out for yourselves. And if you guys have already tried their products before and you like them and you're a big fan of them, leave a comment, see what I love to hear your thoughts on it and see what you guys liked about it. And if you haven't tried them already, make sure that you guys go onto their website. And if you guys here's the thing, if you guys spend over $50 on their products, use code Trenchtown, and that will save you free shipping. That's right, you can get free shipping on your order of over $50. That is excellent. So needed. We need more of that kind of stuff. It just helps so much. Man, shipping is crazy. But overall, thank you guys so very much for watching this video. Thank you, Troy, and the rest of the team at Trenchtown for sending over some awesome products. They are great people. Troy is a fantastic owner. We have talked so much since he sent me over these products. We talked so much just about life, about parenting, and everything else. So it's been awesome. So thank you, Troy, so very much for sending these products over. Looking forward to seeing what you guys are able to accomplish over the next few years. And keep going, guys. You're doing great. You're on the right track. Keep her going. And, as I always say, keep your stick on the ice and keep your head up. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for watching this review. And until next time, we will see you in the next review. Take care. God bless. And we'll see you around.